Today, Senator Blunt says he is concerned about serious claims made by an employee at a Wentzville company with a lucrative government contract, and he is vowing to get to the bottom of it.
Yeah, that's right. Now we're learning about new allegations. Reporter Chris Negus broke this story last night and has this head-scratching story.
Sharon, this one really is bizarre. Hundreds of employees were hired to process health care applications for the Affordable Care Act, known as Obamacare. Now, former employees told us they were bored and desperate for things to do at the office. Tonight, one of them is speaking on the record as we ask, is this why we're broke?
What I deducted from the time I was there is that somebody has figured out how to make a lot of money off of this deal to do nothing.
Paula Bujeski spent 2 months at the end of 2013 working for a company called Cognosante, which worked under the same roof as Serco at a massive office building in Wentzville. She says her office worked in conjunction with Serco to process health care applications, and that most days were spent doing a whole lot of nothing.
So there was a full 8-hour shift on a regular basis where you were unable to accomplish anything.
Yeah, and there were many of us who asked, why is that like that? And our supervisor, I can't speak for the other ones, but ours said, if we process 1 or 2 of these applications a month, then we've done our job. So it was a lot of money to be spent on that little bit of nothing.
So were you just staring at the walls?
You would talk to the person sitting next to you. We did a lot of that. And then if it got out of hand, they'd come along and tell you to quiet down or sit at your desk and be quiet like your children. We're all adults working there.
Simply put, she says there wasn't enough work, and she will never forget an office visit from Serco management and the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid, which oversees Serco's lucrative contract worth upwards of $1.2 billion. A lot of money for a place that had a make-believe day.
They would tell us to come in dressed professionally and to sit at our desks and act like we were working.
So pretend?
Yes. Yeah.
And what would people do? Just act like they were on computers, or how?
We'd have our chairs pulled up in our cubicles. And yes, looking at the screen as if we were reading things with our fingers on the keyboards. And yes, that's exactly what we did.
So it was like make-believe work?
Yeah. That's exactly what it was.
Bujeski makes it clear she supports the Affordable Care Act, but not what's happening at the processing center, which led her to quit a $17 an hour job.
I took almost $3 less an hour just because I didn't care. I needed to be somewhere where what I did mattered. Our government has a responsibility to spend our taxpayer dollars responsibly, and I don't believe that that's what's happening out there.
Of course, this is far from over. Just today, I heard from more insiders who want to come forward to share their story. If you worked there or you did, you can email me your story at cnegus@KMOV.com. You can also find me on Twitter and on my KMOV Facebook page. Chris Negus, News 4.